Hello, hi people, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna give a life update. It's sort of like a diary entry. I also want to take advantage of this precise moment and explain that I live close to a airport. Therefore, I will have to pause maybe 5 times to let the airplanes pass and not record the sound of the airplane. Okay, so this is like a diary entry. So here I go. Okay, here I go. So today I was thinking a lot, and last night also, I was thinking so much about the recent experiences that I have encountered, and they're very bizarre. They are they are bizarre. They are uncomfortable uncomforting, bizarre, strange in a negative way. It causes some suspicion. So I've been suspicious lately. And that's not the best thing to hear. I'm sure a lot of people who might hear me, they might say, you should go to therapy. Maybe, right? You should go to therapy, or you should, what are you? They might be a little concerned for me. So, and I know this. I know this, and I think with that being said, it's okay for me to say, it's safe for me to say that I am in a delicate matter. I am in a delicate situation, and I want to talk about it a little bit more, because I believe I have some insight and a clear understanding of what is occurring. Let me pause because an airplane is passing. Okay, so what I realized. Okay, so what I realized is within about 2 years, I have came into contact with men, specifically men, who I meet, they ask for my phone number. I immediately think that this man might want to get to know me and possibly make me his girlfriend or his wife, right? That's what I thought that's what I thought. I thought this is why this man wants to have my phone number and talk to me. It's because he's interested in having a relationship with me. That's what I thought. I thought that was a thing that happened here on planet Earth among people, among the human race. So I'm thinking, okay, I give him my phone number. I've had this happen to me twice. Three times. Three times within about 2 years. 3 times this has happened to me. No, sorry, about 3 years. December 20, no, 2 years, about 2 years. Okay, so this has happened within 2 years. Within 2 years, I have met at least 3 men who start talking to me, and then and then there's a dog barking outside, and then they. So in the past 2 years, I have experienced the same thing, but with a different person. So this one man, he asked for my phone number. said that I should go spend some time with him, link up with him, go to his house to spend time with him. He said he had a really nice house. And so I go. I go to this man's house. He asked me if I want to drink. We start to engage in some small talk, some chit chat, just talking to each other. I ask him, what's his history? Like, how have you been married, or like what's your story? He tells me that he is married and that he has a kid. I immediately just keep my cool because I'm thinking like, okay, this stuff happens. This is just another one of those scenarios, and I just brush it off. Eventually, though, I feel like I can't talk to a man and insinuate like and start a romantic or like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship with this man because he already has a kid, allegedly. He tells me that he has a kid with some girl who is from Germany. That's what he says. He says that he was married to a girl from Germany, and so he tells me that he is dating this girl and that she's from Germany and that they have a kid, that they actually got married. And like I said, I just brush it off. I just think to myself, he's just another person who is experiencing this. So I just brush it off. But like I said, I realized that I could not have a serious relationship with this man and like make him my boyfriend or become his girlfriend because he already has something going on with another girl. So I immediately pay attention to that feeling, and I tell myself that so basically I pay attention to that, and I tell myself, no, I don't want to pursue a relationship with a man who already has a kid with another person. Like, I'm just not interested. So I start to talk to him less. I don't answer his calls. I don't answer his text messages. And something similar happened before him. There was another man who was he just seemed like kind of like a nympho. It seemed like he was always sexually aroused, and I was unattracted to that. There was an airplane passing, so I'm gonna repeat myself. Before this guy who said he was married and said he had a child with this lady, with a German woman, before this man, I knew I would speak to another man, and this other man, he was like a nympho. Like, he was like, he thought it was funny, or he thought it was clever. He thought it was clever to make comments that insinuated sexual behavior. And I didn't like that. I was kind of like, ew, no thanks. Because he also, I saw him talking to not just me, but other women via the phone, via internet, social media. I saw him talking to other girls, like, often. So I just thought to myself, this is not the type of person who I really want to surround myself with. This is not the type of person I want to spend my time with. So I also stopped answering his text messages, his phone calls. But this one, according to my knowledge, according to my knowledge, he did not have a kid. At least he didn't tell me. So I stopped talking to him, and then I met the other one, the one that said he had been married to a German woman who was actually from Germany. Again, this man, man number two. I stopped talking to man number two because he had a child already with another woman. He told me that the other woman was already dating someone else. And even though that was the scenario he claimed, I still was not interested. So after this man, another man number three. This man lied to me. He lied to me about his age. He told me that he was younger. Later on, I saw his ID in his vehicle. I was in the passenger seat, and the ID stated that he was from 1970 something. So he was like 40, almost 50 years old. So he lied to me about his age, and it turned out he was almost 50 years old. So, also, well, before I found out about his age, he did tell me that he had a child. This child, though, was more like a teenager. He had a son, and his son was a teenager, maybe like 15 years old. So when I hear this, I'm confused because I'm wondering, like, okay, where is the mother of your child? Why am I here? And he says that it did not work out with her, and he doesn't want to talk about it. So that's man number three. Man number three also claims to have a kid who is a lot older, but is not with the mother of the child. So I am what you could consider traditional. I have a traditional mindset. I believe that if a woman is having sex with a man, she should marry him. They should be married. I don't think it's appropriate to have sex and not have a serious relationship with the man. I think that if you're going to have sex with somebody, you should try to make it a serious thing. You should get married, basically become a family with that person, because allegedly you could get pregnant. And I say allegedly right now. I'm going to explain later on a little bit more. So yeah, I am more of a serious, sort of traditional type of person. And I don't like casual sex. I'm not into one night stands. I'm not into any of that. I'm not into the casual sex thing. I'm not into dating multiple people. I'm not into doing that either. So this is man number three. Man number three tells me he has a kid. His kid is a lot older, but that it did not work out with the mother of his child. So I'm confused because, like I said, I come from a mindset of family. So it's important for the family to stay together. It's important for the woman to be with her husband. It's important for the kid to be with his mom and his dad. That's my point of view. That's my thought, my idea, my belief. So like I said, I get confused when I see that this is happening, that so many men are telling me, not so many, but at least 4 men in the last 2 years have told me that they have kids, but are not with the mother. So man number 4. Number 4 says the woman who he has children with, she's dating someone else. That's what I'm hearing. That's what this man tells me. Again, I'm confused, and I'm also getting irritated because I don't want to date a man who has kids with another woman. I don't want to do that. So at this point, I'm getting a little irritated because I think to myself, like, are you serious? What are the chances that I keep getting contacted by men who I don't find attracting. I don't find like these men are not appropriate men to date. And this is specifically how I perceive things. This is like my DNA. Like, I refuse to date a man who has kids already. It's just not possible for me. I will not do it. I will not do it. So also, I was in a car accident last year, and it was a very serious car accident. So that's another detail to add, because I feel like I am sort of wondering if I'm just having I'm wondering if I'm being targeted. Like, am I a target, or am I just really, really like picky? Am I a really picky person? So then I started to think, like, what would make me so picky? What would make me so like different, to the point where I feel like I cannot do this thing even though other people are doing it? Right? Or at least that's what I think. I think other people are into this movement, into this lifestyle of getting one woman pregnant, then he gets another woman pregnant. That's only a man thing, right? Because only a man could get a woman pregnant. But a woman can also have kids by multiple men. She could if she wanted to, or apparently, she could get pregnant by one man, and then 4 years later, she could get pregnant by a different man. And apparently this has happened. I am witnessing this circus. That's what I think, right? Then I start to think to myself, what if this is part of somebody's agenda, or a malicious character like Freddy Krueger, or I don't know, another vicious villain, right? That is trying to confuse me, because that's its strategy to try to basically wipe me out, basically like kill me. The reason why I say that is because I've heard that before. Somewhere on social media, it was like one of those videos of conspiracy theories. And one of the conspiracy theories was that if you confuse a person and you have the person believe that everyone around them is not trustworthy, that is one way to really like isolate the person. And if they're being isolated, maybe that could be an easier way to manipulate or control them, or what else is happening here? Because I do feel like that's the narrative for me. I feel like I'm having a very hard time accepting and understanding why the people around me why there's so many men like willingly okay to have sex with one woman when they already have a child with another woman. Like, why are they getting one woman pregnant and then they're dating another woman like a year later, and they are talking about having sex with her now? Like, what the fuck is going on? That sounds a little bit like AIDS. Like this person is just not able to just keep it in their pants and keep it to themselves. So, and I thought about it some more. I thought about it too. Like, I thought that a child was like a very innocent, a beautiful blessing, like a very powerful, beautiful experience that you can have as a woman and as a man. And I thought that this thing would bring the man and the woman together, therefore creating a family. And I thought to myself, like, that sounds so powerful. How is it possible that these men are walking away from that and then trying to do it with some other woman, trying to have sex with another woman. Like, how is that even possible? I don't think it's possible. So I don't think it's possible, but still that seems to be the scenario. So is the reality what actually is happening? Could it be that there's some sort of force, maybe the devil himself? I don't really like to think about Satan or the devil. I really don't. However, this reminds me of of Satan or the devil, because it says in the Bible that the devil is out here trying to devour, like trying to kill. So is this part of the devil's agenda? So I was wondering, is this Satan? Is this an act of Satan? Is this some sort of demonic presence that is using people to do sinful things, like to do things that are against the traditional thing? So the idea of family is being destroyed. So many people are getting divorces, and allegedly that's what's occurring. That's the information that is being shared often. If you turn on the TV and you hear a person speak, they're bringing some sort of information to the public, just talking about some sort of information. Sometimes they mention divorce, and this relates to what I'm talking about. So it seems like there's something that wants people to think that families are being torn apart. There we go. There was the airplane again. So it seems like there's something out there that wants to create the illusion that people are careless, that people are they're not as traditional as you would think. So a father doesn't really want to be a father. He rather go out and have multiple women. That's what it seems like. So is this being created? Is this being done by some sort of force, some sort of satanic force that wants to destroy the illusion of family? Right? That does sound like Satan. It sounds like some sort of satanic force. This reminds me of all the movies that take the idea of Christmas, something that's supposed to be godly and divine, because Christmas has to do with Jesus. It has to do with religion. There's Saint Nicholas, and I also heard it's referring to the day. It's close to the birth of Jesus Christ. So I've heard that Christmas is like a Christian religion thing. Isn't it a little bit strange? I was thinking, how strange is it that this movie, this idea like Christmas has been taken and has been twisted and is given some sort of like monstrous twist to it. There's a monstrous thing now attached to Christmas. And that is seen in movies like The Nightmare Before Christmas, and also How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's about these characters that are kind of dark. They don't want anything to do with Christmas. They're against it. They're extremely against it. The Grinch and how the Grinch stole Christmas, he's against the Whovilles. He doesn't like seeing them get together and sing. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack, the Pumpkin King, he represents like scary, oogie boogie. He's kidnapping the Santa Claus. It's very opposite to Christmas, to joy, and to that sort of thing. Okay, my computer is low on battery. So I'm going to say bye now. Bye. Take care. Comment if you would like. That's it for now. Bye.